Nakitlong ka Ri Khasi. Ngiwan lam shapi ko sngur bakhuit parpasngam. Ka beats aqua. Shpausnem dang yai pinja sliang.
President of Meghalaya Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC ba Vincent H Pala ulakam ba man Uwei pa Uwei Nongshong Shnong Meghalaya udon ram nyupu Hajar marwei aba Shim ya ka Shim ram jong ka sarkar MDA ka jylla Meghalaya ka dei ka jylla ka bala kit ram rinjan kumbala maham the Auditor General bat ka Niti Ayog karam ka bashim ka Meghalaya ka long hadu life new person ka GSDP ka ba he tam hapok ri Hakaba karihi borok wei kalong tang arpu prapasan bat kani kalong jing ya kajala namar balasu shimlot. Habakran mendak sni ba palau loong ba jingni jong kajala kabalong tang kumbasau hajar klur AA kan ba jingyo na sorkar India kalong tang kumbak handai hajar klur jing feel jong kani ka sorkar ka de namar ba pisa ba shimram ki penun kam bachna surok ba je ki kamru layo tang ni ki breu jongki kan ba ki pait ba kinang dok bat kekerdo kam kerdo jam.
NPP 2.0 government. So according to you, how's their performance? Where are they lacking? What lacunas do you see in their functioning?
See, the most difficult of the NPP is if you look into the finance of the NPP, I can give you the loan which they are taking as on today, the loan which they are taking is almost 37% of the GDP. Of the GSDGP, 37 of GSDP, the highest in the country. The national average is almost 28%. So Meghalaya is almost 40%, say roughly by the end, I think they are taking more and more loan. 40% of the GSDP is on loan. How can you survive on loan? If you see the internal collections of revenue will be hardly 4,000 crores. And we totally depend on the central. The contribution which we get from taxes and others are roughly around 9,000+ crores, and our internal revenue will be 4,000 crores. The rest we have to depend on loan and at the mercy of the government. So why? Because instead of generating revenue, so the leakage of revenue is very high. The leakage of revenue from royalty, leakage of revenue from excise, leakage of revenue from everywhere is very high. That's why we cannot generate. They are bound to take loan. When you take loan, especially you take from World Bank or you take from Asian Development Bank, wherever you take in dollars. Today it is 86 rupees per dollar. And then after 10 years, it will become more than 100 rupees per dollar. So you have to pay. So all this is a problem for the people of Meghalaya. As on today, you see the per capita loan which people are bearing is almost 76,000 of the loan to every citizens of Meghalaya, or they have a loan of 76,000, and every citizens of Meghalaya from the central they have almost more than 1 lakh on loan. So how can you survive on loan? So the government biggest failure is that where they take the loan, where they send the money. Why do people have become poorer and poorer? The money which they take on loan, they send mainly in roads. And who are the contractors? Only the people who are in the government, and mainly the ministers themselves are the contractors. So there's no distribution of money to the public. That's why public become very poor. And loan which they are supposed to build for infrastructure, for example, the loan which taking at a high rate of interest, they are supposed to build road, and the road supposed to last for at least minimum for 10 years. But today they have to repair the road 2 times in a year. So it become more and more burden. These the people of Meghalaya must understand that the finance which the government is taking, they're taking the money on loan, and where they send it, only where they have a contractors in help will be only to a certain level. So if you see from Asian Development Bank, if you see from World Bank, this mainly for the capital investment, mainly for road constructions, mainly for building constructions and all. So we have to see, but they are neglecting the education sector. Education sector is very less. So, and for employment is very less. I think the government is not serious for the employment. They are trying to do a little bit only, but that's not enough. That's why if you see the unemployment become one of the highest in history of Meghalaya as of today, and one of the highest in India also, Meghalaya. And the chief minister probably said that they've got so much money from the bank, from the government, so much money. But that's you get a loan today, you have to pay it tomorrow. So it's very risky. I think if you study in the in the government's letters of Niti Aayog or even the audit report also, they are warning Meghalaya. It may be, it may be to a trap of loan also. Trap in the sense that when you take loan, you cannot pay in the future. When you, whatever revenue you get, instead of giving to development, then you have to give to the interest or you have to pay loans. That is called debt trap. So Meghalaya is almost going towards a debt trap. That is the warning given by AG also, at the same time from the Niti Aayog also. So they don't tell the truth to the public. We are always in the debt trap now. To be, at 36, 37% of the GSDP on loan, I think is one of the things which the people has to think about it.